Hi everyone, so today I'm doing a video that's all about using normal nail polishes along with the Konad stamping system or any other nail art stamping system like the Bundle Monster one. Basically I just wanted to make a video about particularly polishes that you can just buy straight away and they've got that certain texture that works well to act as a special polish. So I don't mean the sort of polishes where, you know, you've left them for a couple of months, couple of years, now they've clogged up a little bit, they work fine, as there are some polishes that do that, but I'm talking about the ones that specifically you could go and buy them straight away and they'll work with the stamping system really well. I'm also going to show you my storage and how I actually store the polishes and how I actually store the plates that go along with it. So it's just a little bit of an idea for you, but I hope you like this video. I just want to start off and show you my collection of Konad special polishes. I've got quite a few. As you can see here, there's various different colours and there's an awful lot more that are available for you to purchase. Now, the thing is, I'm just going to be really honest and say this, most of these I don't use. The colours that I use the most are the white and the black. Now, the reason for that is because if I'm printing onto a dark colour, then I always automatically go for the white, because of course that's going to show up all the detail. And equally, exactly the same, if I'm using a lighter colour, then I equally go for the darkest colour that I can get, just so you can see all that kind of fine detail that the print comes up with. So for that reason, all of these other colours are pretty much redundant. To be honest with you, I find that a lot of the special polishes, even say I've got like a yellow one which I'm not showing you right now, but that colour, you can barely see it stamped onto any of the other colours, so obviously there's no real point me having that one. Some of these other colours, like the silver you can barely see on a nail, and I will show you that in a second. So for that reason, if you are going to buy special polish, then I definitely just go for the darkest one you can get and the lightest one. Just to show you as well, the colour that I ended up buying, which basically comes out as a black, is this one here. Now I don't really remember if this actually had a name to it, but it's a sort of pearl finish. It's got a little bit of green tones in it, but really generally it comes up as black on the nail with an ever so slight hint of shimmer, but it really does just look black. And now on to the polishes that I do like. Now all of these polishes that I'm going to mention, they're all got something in common, and what that is, it's the same type of texture. It's the foil sort of chrome effect polishes, you know, the ones that dry a lot quicker, and that's what I really like about them, because the way that they are is that they're very pigmented, so when they're applied and used as a stamp, you can really tell and you can really see the design on the nail, which again is why I like the black and white from the special polishes. So I'm just going to show you them more in detail and compare this one particular to the actual silver special polish so you can see the difference. So I'm just going to show you and compare the two. The one on the left is the Barry M nail paint in silver foil, and then the one on the right is the Konad special polish in silver. So I'm just going to use the exact same design and compare it on the two nails and show you. So this video is not really long. What I've done is I've just stamped the two fingers, and to be honest with you, I'm really shocked at it. And the reason for that is because I knew the Konad polish isn't that good, but when you compare it to the Barry M one, you can see how shocking it is. And if I just show you, so there's the two fingers there. The one on the left is the Barry M, and as you can see, it's a really intense kind of colour, it's really pigmented and you can see the pattern really well. And the one on the right is the Konad polish. Now, I don't think you can see it that well on camera, but this type of polish has actually got little tiny chunks of silver in it as well. So the only thing you can actually see on the nail are these random little bits of silver, and then as the light catches it, you can see the actual design, but not very well at all, and if I put it at a distance you really wouldn't be able to see it. So that's the first one. Now this is also available in gold. I didn't buy the gold one as I've got a different gold which I'll show you in a second, but the one in gold I'm sure would work just fine as well. The next polish is actually the same one but in lilac, and it's the lilac foil. Really nice. I've just stamped it on my finger. And if I compare the three now, we've got the silver Barry M, the middle one, which is Konad Silver, and the one on the right, which is the Lilac foil. Alright, yeah, probably doesn't go very well with the red. It actually looks quite nice in real life, but in theory it maybe doesn't go very well, but you can still see it's a lot more pigmented than the Konad one. The gold polish that I have is this one by China Glaze, and the name of it is 2030, and I'm sure that this will be very close to the Barry M gold foil, but it's a really gorgeous pigment to it. If I just show you, I've already stamped it, and there it is on my little finger. Pigment on it's amazing and really brings out that pattern. This next one is also by China Glaze, and it's called Sci Fi, and again it's that gorgeous chrome. It's silver but it's got hints of blue in it as well, but I've stamped it onto my thumb, you can see there, and if I compare that to the Barry M, you can see that it is pretty similar. It's got ever so slightly more tones of blue in it, obviously because that's what the polish is, compared to the silver foil, but it's very close and again very pigmented. And the last polish that I've got to show you is also by China Glaze, and the name of it is Robotika, and it's a really unusual sort of colour in the bottle. I'm going to say that it's kind of like an old penny sort of colour, little bits of maybe rose gold and coppers in it, but on the nail, I'll show you there. Again, it's probably not the best colour to stamp over for this sort of colour, but you can see that it's really, it shows well. It does have that rose gold sort of colour to it. It's such a pretty one as well. Just to mention that some of these polishes, they may actually be from old collections. I know, for example, that the middle one, Robotika, that was actually from a collection called Chrome. It was K-R-O-M-E, Chrome, and I think it came out in 2009. However, I actually bought this polish recently. It was a really good kind of offer. I bought it from Amazon. So I know that these sort of polishes are still available, even if they have been officially discontinued. There are also other polishes from that same Chrome collection which would also be perfect for the stamping system, as they're all the same texture. As promised, I just want to show you how I store my Konad collection. So it's nothing fancy, but it might give you a bit of an idea. So what I've done, I've just got one of these old beauty boxes, and it's the sort of one that has a little drawer on it. As you can see, I've labelled it, as I've got a stack of these with all different bits in. So I just keep the stamper, scraper and all of the special polishes and non-special polishes in here, in this box. In there as well, because there's quite a few unnamed brand plates that are available on eBay and such like, I've got those in this box as well, just to keep them together. And I'm also going to show you how I keep together all of the actual Konad plates. This is how I actually store the Konad plates. To be honest with you, I looked online for a really long time to see if Konad actually made some sort of solution for the actual plates, and I found out that they don't, as far as I know, but I came up with this, and what it is, it's actually a business card holder. If I just move it around so you can see it, you can see that it's the perfect width for putting in the actual plates. And what I've done, I've just set them all up so that all of the little images, so like the butterflies, the fish, the little flowers, things like that, they're all together. And then separate to that, I've also got the larger images, the ones that will take up a full nail. And then separate to that, I've got just the ones that are only really made for a tip, so the patterns here like that. So this is how I've found a way to be able to look at them, but I really think that it's kind of a useful idea and you can easily get to what you need straight away. So here's all the polishes together that I wanted to recommend. I believe also that there's a China Glaze polish which is in Millenium, and that is like a silver foil type colour. So maybe if it's easier for you to access China Glaze, then maybe it's worth looking out for that one. But what I wanted is that if you've got any polishes that are standard polishes, you don't need to leave them out for a certain amount of time or anything like that, and they just work straight away well with Konad, if you could leave them in the comments box below, and what I'll do, I'll take all the comments, I always read them, believe me I do, and I will put them into the description bar so that anyone else that watches this video, they will be able to also look through the description bar and perhaps see more suggestions than what I've even mentioned in this video. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks very much for watching.